We looked at the resorting a couple of times. Does that make sense? Let's take a look. This says server sort. What that means is that in the config window, I told the server that this is the column that I care about. So, our server's watching every stock on a whole lot of markets. And it found me the ones with the highest relative volume. So this stock is trading at 115 times as much volume as normal. That's not a percent. That's 115 times as much activity as normal. And when you scroll down, you see some that aren't quite as crazy. 10 times normal, 4 times normal. So again, the server has this huge list of stocks. I mean, tens of thousands of stocks that it's watching, and it picked the 100 that best match what I cared about. Now, we have these other columns, though, that I can also look at, like the price, or up from the close, or volume today. So even though this stock is crazier than normal, it still did less volume than this stock. This stock just always does a lot of volume, and this stock, it's doing a little less today, but it looks crazier on a chart. So what if I want to separate those two things? What if I want to know who's done the most volume today? So I'm going to say sort by volume today. And notice how it's depressed. That's how you know what it's sort by. And sure enough, I can see now this one has the most volume today. This one's second and third. But they're no longer in order by this. But it's still, the server is still looking at this. It's still showing me the 100 biggest ones. Notice all these values are high. The lowest one's like 4.5. And all we've done, we've taken the same data that was over here before we sorted, and all we've done is we reordered those same 100 items. So this FXU is still here somewhere. Here it is. It moved down. It doesn't look quite as interesting on this chart because it did about a sixth of the volume of this. But you can still see that the relative volume is really high. So, two different ways to see volume. They're both important. It's just a question of which one you want to see. Now, what's important is, as I said, that we're sorting twice. We're first finding this 100, then we're resorting by this. Let me show you a different alternative. Okay, so configure. Now I'm going to tell the server that my biggest concern is volume today, not current volume. So again, this is the total number of shares compared to this ratio.
I like how it says shares now and dollar next to it. Just you know,
Sorted by, gotta resize again. So these are both sorted by the shares. But what happened here? Now suddenly we see something that had 45 million shares. This was only 7 million. That's why I had to resize it, because these numbers are bigger. The reason is that the server went straight for the volume today. It just found which stock had the most volume today. So see, all of these stocks are somewhat normal. That's 98% of normal, 92% of normal, 110% of normal. So it's just a question of what you care about. In this window, I was only concerned with volume today. In this one, I was only concerned with how's the volume today compared to normal. And in this window, I mixed them. I first did the ratio and then I did the shares.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, we that's a fairly new feature, and it seems to be working out pretty well for people.